couple of days ago, I rewatched one of my favourite episodes of Doctor Who, and it made me think, this episode really is a masterpiece. From the Doctor's character development to the fantastic supporting cast, this episode gets off to a strong start with the introduction of the crew of Bowie Base. Nice Easter egg there, Russell. Who we learn has been conducting research on Mars. The Doctor quickly realises that he has learnt about the team in the past and has knowledge of their fate, which happens to be a fixed point in time. This is where the episode gets really interesting, as the crew quickly discover the gardeners have been infected by something that has contaminated the water supply. This episode begins to show its horror elements with the introduction of the Flood, who act as zombies in this Base Under Siege episode. The horror element introduced is how humans are easily infected by the virus, because all it takes is one drop of water to hit them before it's too late. The design of these creatures are basic, but extremely effective at striking fear into the hearts of viewers. With the cracked mouths and the drained eyes, it adds to the drenched look of these water zombies. Throughout the episode, the Doctor references how water is always the dominant element on various planets, and that if this virus gets to Earth, the human race would be doomed. And then we move on to the dynamic between the Doctor and the crew's leader, Adelaide Brooke, who initially appears very stubborn and strict, but slowly opens up to the Doctor as the episode progresses. We do learn that she previously had an encounter with a Dalek when she was younger. Nice reference there to the Series 4 finale, Russell. And this inspired her to travel the stars to discover new planets and life forms. This is where we begin to discover how important this character is for the future of humanity, and with her death, she will inspire future generations to travel the stars, and more importantly, inspire her granddaughter Susie to join her in the space adventure. This is why the Doctor is desperate to leave the base, because he doesn't want to be involved in this fixed point in time, which is killing him. As the infection starts to claim more lives and the crew becomes significantly smaller in numbers, the Doctor is forced to leave the crew to their fate, just after opening up to Adelaide about her future. With the crew stranded on a base that is falling apart from the explosion of the escape rocket, the Doctor begins to realise that he is the sole survivor of the Time War, and there is no one else left to stop him. And this is where the episode excels. The Doctor returns to the base to help fix the parts damaged in the explosion and to save the lives of the surviving crew members. In the final moments of the episode, we see this vengeful Doctor become a god after losing so much in the past and being unable to stop these events happening previously. This is where we see that the Doctor travelling alone is a very bad thing for the character, as he has no one to stop. Previously in his era, Donna had to remind the Doctor that him murdering the children of the Rachnos was wrong, and in the episode Turn Left, we learn that if Donna didn't stop him, the Doctor would have died from drowning. With all the loss and heartbreak this incarnation has suffered, we have slowly seen the 10th Doctor become more fierce and slowly moving away from the more funny side we'd seen previously. This is how you do character development. Please take note, Chibnall. Since losing Rose at the end of Series 2, the cracks started to show in this Doctor's personality, and with the events of the Time War still on his mind, we started to see this incarnation become more careless. Whilst David Tennant's acting was phenomenal in this episode, I would also like to give a huge shout out to Lindsay Duncan's portrayal as Captain Adelaide Brooke, who does an amazing job at confronting the Doctor for his selfish actions, and that no one should have that much power to control time itself. She does shine in the darkest moment in the episode, where we see Adelaide return to her apartment on Earth, and in order to fix the timeline, she decides to do the ultimate action, the ultimate sacrifice, and as the Doctor walks away, us viewers hear the sound of a laser gun being fired in the background. Dies on Earth. And then, just to help cement the fact that the Doctor has done some horrific actions, we get the appearance of the Ood Sigma, and we hear the sound of the Ood world. We know we are heading towards the end of the 10th Doctor. I will always remember this episode being a clear demonstration of the 10th Doctor's vanity in his later years and how all the loss he suffered during his era nearly placed him on a dark path. He could have been the Valeyard. But anyway, thank you very much for tuning in today's video. It's a little bit different. I just wanted to discuss this episode, as I think, personally, this is one of the best, if not the best, Doctor Who episodes of all time. And this perfectly does a complete evaluation of the Doctor's personality, and we get some light-hearted moments, we get some horror moments, and then we get some dark and twisted moments. It is the perfect episode. It is a masterpiece. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Be sure to subscribe for more nerdy content, and yeah, bye for now.